So today we're fishing Halfmoon Creek. It's a creek that runs into Leadville or Twin Lakes, or I don't know, runs somewhere. I drove up here. There's a Moon Creek road that follows this creek for about 10 miles, and every 100 feet there's a campsite. There's literally hundreds of campsites, plus there's official campgrounds. I just got here, I just parked up there, so I don't have high hopes for any kind of fishing here. So I kind of know it's going to be a waste of time. I already walked this section of the creek and I don't see a single fish darting away. Usually within 30 seconds I know if the creek's going to be good or not, because when you step in and you see fish darting away, you know there's fish in it. When you see nothing, it's not going to be productive. But you know, I'm here, I'm going to fish for half an hour or so, give it a try. The entire creek is like that. I followed it for about half a mile. It's just all fast ripping water. There's no pools, full of mosquitoes. And you know it's bad when you got little feeders like that and you walk in and you don't see any fish darting away. Usually feeders like that on good stream will have like 50 to 100 little brookies just all dancing around. There's nothing in these waters. Now I've read you know, that you actually have internet here, so I've read on the forum that everybody comes here to fish and they catch browns and rainbows and cutthroats and brookies, and I just don't get it. I don't know what these people are saying. The people that are saying that the streams are awesome, when I show up there's absolutely no fish. The streams that are never mentioned anywhere, I show up and there's just hundreds of fish. So I think this is just the typical forum and websites BS, you know. Go fishing there while all these guys go fish their secret spots, you know. And they send tourists like me to creeks with no fish. I swear that's what it is. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. If you look at it, it's all wetlands everywhere you walk. Yeah, that's why there's so many mosquitoes here. It's all swampland. Oh, I hate walking through this muck, because then my waders are covered with black stinky mud sitting in my van, stinking up the whole place. Alright, so this is Halfmoon Creek below the dam. About 80% of the water goes into this tunnel that you see here that feeds I think Twin Lakes. I'm not sure where this goes. See, it's Halfmoon feeder conduit. And at the dam you see there's a big inlet and the water drops in, and about 20% of the water gets released down here. Now everybody tells me, you know, go above the dam, that's where most water is, because it's dried up here. And it completely dries up during the summer. But I'm gonna give it a try, because, you know, what people telling me it seems like it's all the wrong places. So I'm gonna give this a try. There it is, guys. Halfmoon Creek, the lower section, what everybody tells me not to fish. Look at this beautiful brookie. I have missed like 5-6 bites already. He's kind of hooked deep. So yeah, just how I say. There he goes. Go free, buddy. It's beautiful because it's tumbling, all rocks like that. Actually, first stream I see that looks like that with that amount of water. Because 80% of that water is taken away into some kind of tunnel. What's left is actually like a perfect stream like you would find in the Catskills. Not water ripping down and like all the streams I find in Colorado. Even though it's end of July, today is the 29th. There's hardly any snow left, yet all the streams are still running so high. I don't get it. I don't know what the Colorado season for fishing is. Must be September for 2 weeks and then snow falls. Got a second fish on it halfway. Halfmoon Creek. Beautiful brookie. And a mosquito. The mosquitoes out here are bad. As I walk, every pool there's brookies just darting away. You can tell the difference. See? That's a brownie. It's a third brown. Two I caught before were much smaller. This one is the biggest one on Halfmoon Creek. What a beautiful creek. I love this. Just pools like that tumbling reminds me of home water, you know? Is it a brookie or is it a brown? It's another brown. So now I have about 4 or 5 brookies, and this is my 4th brown. A little bigger one. I had 2 tiny browns, the one I just recorded, and then now this one. Let me get the pliers and hook him properly. There he is. Little brownie. Let him go. Very difficult to catch fish in here. Very difficult. The presentation has to be just absolutely perfect. You cannot drag a fly, but you cannot get close enough to really hold your fly rod up high to kind of have a, you know, driftless presentation, because you'll spook everything. They're so spooky. You always see one little tiny brookie taking off, and then all the rest of the fish just start running around. Obviously, a lot of people fish this creek because these fish are just so on alert. But still, now I got I think 7 or 8 fish. Been fishing for about 40 minutes. I love this kind of fishing, where it's difficult, you know, where the fish are spooky, and well, let's face it, this stream is just the best thing ever, you know. Look at these pools. Let me get up higher. Now that I pull a fish out of it, it's game over. You'll never get 2 fish out of a single pool. But yeah, it's just like I'm on Westkill or Biscuit Brook in Catskills. Exactly the same kind of stream. Very little water. I love it. Well, I got a cutthroat. What do you know? Oh yeah. Wow, he's got so little colors. Look at that. On the Halfmoon Creek. So now I got 4 browns, 4 brookies, and a cutthroat. But this cutthroat is so strange looking. It's almost like a hybrid with rainbow. I don't know if they exist in Colorado or not. This is a strange looking cutthroat. Anyways, I'm gonna release him. Maybe they do breed together and just kind of have a half breed. I don't know. Cool. So this is my 9th fish, and it's a crazy cutthroat. Awesome. I love this creek. Alright, let me show you something. And this is from, maybe people see this. Alright, this is from the dam. Almost all the water is taken up by the tunnel, and that's all it is released. There's nothing here, you know, it's just the puddles. Maybe people see that and they assume the lower creek is all like that, but there's actually a pipe that feeds, you know, a large amount of water, obviously a whole creek, that comes out of that tunnel. You know, only there's like a concrete building, so maybe they release about 20% of the water below here, and then there's nothing here, and people assume this is the lower Halfmoon and there's no fish in it. Maybe, because I'm telling you, the fishing was great. Very, very spooky fish. So obviously people are fishing here, but you know, obviously not this section, because from here on there's nothing. I'll drive up to the dam and show you where the tunnel takes all the water, and you see what I mean. Alright, so there's the dam, and I think this is what throw people off. They see this below it and assume, okay, it's almost bone dry, it's just a little trickle, there's no point fishing the lower Halfmoon Creek, because all the water is taken, you know, off by the dam and the tunnel, where in fact it's released, 20% of it is released down there in that pipe. Let me show you how big the creek is above the dam. See what's going on? The water just drops down in there, and there's absolutely nothing, you know, just a little trickle going after it. As you can see how much water is above it, just ripping down, but it all goes here, and only a small percentage is being released over there, which is great, because if that all that water was still continue on these rocks, it would have been all unfishable. Awesome place. All right guys, thanks for watching.